First, there was episode 1. Then, there was episode 2. And now, we have episode 3 of the Wayback Wayne Show. Welcome. I'm Wayne Wilson, your host of the show. I want to begin today by recognizing musicians and music support people who have passed away to rock heaven. So in memoriam, I offer you from the Boys Next Door, Jim Adams and Steve Drybread. From the Dawn Five, Mike Nikoloff, Greg Nikoloff, and Dave McCowan. From the Sounds Unlimited, Steve Foster. From the Idle Few, Ron Bennett, Rick Webster, and Dan McLean. From Ronnie and the Rascals, Ron Blackstone. From the Chosen Few, John Casella, Dunwich Records President, Bill Trout, Dino Enterprises Agency, Norm V. and Dick Lynn. From the House of Sound in Plainfield, Roy Mainers. From the Flame Clubs, all 3 of them, Dick Lynn. From the Westlake, Bouncin' Bill Baker. And from Whiteland Barn, Don Holt. Here is a Wayback Wayne music tribute featuring the Dan Hanley Band.
side of the border.
You know, we are receiving emails and we thought it would be nice to share them with you. Here's a few of them. Great. I have shared with my friends. Keep the show coming. JQ in England. Really fun. The show brought away some really cool memories. I can't imagine the bands today having so much fun. Local bands were truly celebrities. I have passed the show on to friends. LC in Indianapolis. Wow. I can relate to most of the great memories. What a great time from DR in Indy. Thanks for the show. Very enjoyable. DN in Idaho. The show is fabulous. It forwarded to some former bandmates. GC in Indy. Terrific, outstanding, very informational. DW in Tucson, Arizona. I love the show, great interviews. Reminded me of the wonderful times, SC in Southern Indiana. We really do welcome these emails. So please keep sending them to us and we'll share them during upcoming shows. As we return to the Sounds Unlimited here for a moment, each band has a quiet member. We were no different. We had Phil Brandt. And if you remember from episode 2, we interviewed Phil and got his comments. But then we kind of kept checking with him and he felt like there was maybe more he could have said. So that's very much in keeping with Phil because it was hard to get him to say anything when he was in sounds. So without any ado here, I'm going to turn it over to Liz and she's going to bring Phil back for a few additional comments. Take it away, Liz.
Hi, I'm here with Phil Brandt again from the Sounds Unlimited. We're going to talk about a couple of things. And Phil, what memories do you have from the band of the mid-60s that you want to add?
Yeah, there's something I thought about that hadn't been brought up. It's kind of interesting for 18, 19, 20-year-old kids. We played several places that were historic and like the Indiana Roof. There's a stage door on the Indiana Roof that was signed by the big bands back in the 30s, you know, Artie Shaw and the Dorseys and Glenn Miller. It was kind of awestruck back when when I was only 20 years old to be playing in places that had hosted such biggies like that. And another example is we played at the Westlake dance pavilion that had the rollback roof. That was the same sort of deal. The big bands, big name bands from the late 30s and the 40s, well, all the way up into the 50s played there. And then they started having the teen dances, I don't know when, probably in the mid 60s. And we used to play there. I believe it was Wednesdays and Sunday nights was the teen dances. And they were always well attended, and it really felt like you were something special to be able to play in that place. It was always always a big deal.
When you finished your military career, when you got back from Vietnam, did you do anything musically?
No. As a matter of fact, that first year back, I think I had about 4 different jobs. I sold motorcycles. I worked in I was a clerk in a big store. I painted houses, and I can't remember, there was something else, but no music. I didn't get back into music again until early to mid 80s. I had my own band. We played the oldies.
Yeah. Yeah.
One other thought I had about the days we traveled as the Sounds Unlimited. We got sent out on a tour of the Midwest, I guess it was, Iowa, Omaha, and we got sent to a place in Iowa. I think it was Spillville, Iowa. For some reason, that name sticks in my mind. And we ended up in the middle of nowhere at a Grange Hall. And we're setting up and thinking, what in the heck has Wayne and our manager gotten us into? There can't be 5 kids in this whole town, you know. But by the time it was time for us to go on, I was just floored. There must have been 200-300 kids there. I don't know where they came from, but it was a neat deal.
Nice. That's a nice memory.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, thank you for speaking with us, Phil. And I appreciate your time.
Well, good to be able to relate the memories.
Yes.
See you later.
All right. See you later. Bye-bye.
Well, we've also received several requests to play the Sounds Unlimited Chicago recording session that we talked about in the last episode. The purpose of the early session was to provide the band with studio experience and, quite frankly, to display to prospective people the group's singing abilities. So we'll put this together, providing a backdrop for each song. Will be the cover article and the cover from Beat Magazine, the very popular magazine in England that did 3 months of interviews on the Sounds Unlimited, and a 4th month where they sponsored a contest with some big names, and people ended up having a chance. And one girl in England won a Sounds Unlimited CD, an autographed picture. She apparently really was happy with that. So without any further ado here, let's listen to the first of the 3 songs from the session. You're Gonna Lose That Girl, sung by Phil Brandt, using the September Beat cover and the article in September.
You're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose that girl. If you don't take her out tonight, she's gonna change her mind. And I will take her out tonight, and I will treat her kind. You're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose that girl. If you don't treat her right, taking her away from you. Watch what you do. The way you treat her, what else can I do? You're gonna lose that girl. 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 I'll make a point of taking her away from you. Watch what you do. The way you treat her, what else can I do? If you don't take her out tonight, he's gonna change her mind. She's gonna change her mind. And I will take her out tonight, and I will treat her kind. I'm gonna treat her kind. You're gonna lose that girl. Yes, you're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose. Yes, you're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose. Yes, you're gonna lose that girl.
Now we go to the second song, Feel a Whole Lot Better, sung by Ken Mockey, with the October beat cover and article. And finally, the third song, I Don't Want to Know, sung by Ken Mockey with the November beat cover and article.
If you can find better things to do than tell me stories about her that you think are true, I don't want to hear anything about her that's bad. I don't want to hear anything that makes me feel sad. I don't want to know. 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 You better turn around and go. I don't want to know. I don't want to listen, I'm not gonna hear you. I'll believe what I want, no matter what you do. I don't care, I don't know what anything you say. I don't wanna hear anything, you just keep away. I don't want to know. better turn around and go. I don't want to know. Turn around and go. I don't want to know. I don't want to hear anything about it's bad. I don't want to hear anything that makes me feel sad. I don't want to know. 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 You better turn around and go. I don't want to know. To know.
You know, after 2 years of highly successful entertainment, the Sounds Unlimited, we changed members. We changed our music style, and we changed our appearance. Ken Mockey had enrolled full-time in Butler University, and Quiet Phil joined the U.S. Army. Steve and I had seen a group by the name of the Four Score with Terry and John Talbot win the Young America Battle of the Bands at the Indiana State Fair. And Terry had, as you remember, also served as a substitute guitar player for us when Phil broke his arm in a motorcycle accident. Steve and I saw, along with Terry and John, that merging the two bands would make for an excellent combination and an action that was soon rewarded by the audience. For a short time, a bass player, Jerry Compton, also joined our group, but he left shortly to move to Florida. We did include a couple of pictures, the only ones we've got, of Jerry performing with us at Lacine. Shortly thereafter, as things were really going along, Dunwich Records released the Sounds Unlimited record, A Girl as Sweet as You, with the B-side, Little Brother. Both these songs were written and produced by 3 members of the Boys Next Door, Steve Lester, Jim Kloss, and Skeet Busher. Bill Brecker also sang on the song. Bill Breck, boy, that's Bill was one of my drum students originally. That's how I first got to know Bill back at Northside Music. The New Sounds were again touring, and we were constantly performing. And some of the privileged performances we had included opening for the Association, Herman and His Hermits, and the Hollies. A very popular Indianapolis Teen Temple magazine published an article on the New Sounds. It was entitled, Not Your Ordinary Band. Here is that article and the photos with it while we're listening to Little Brother.
More than that. Little brother wants to know why you don't call. He can't believe that I haven't seen you at all. He thought you cared about him, and you won't forget about him. He's lost a friend, but I've lost a lot more than that. I tried to explain to him that you just don't want to see me again, but he doesn't understand why. But then neither do I. Little brother wants to know when I see you again. He asks me every day, but you know how long it's been. He was really crazy about you, but I'm going crazy without you. He's lost a friend, but I've lost a lot more than that.
In late 1967, the Sounds again split up. Harry and John formed Mason Prophet. Wayne and Steve formed the Waterproof Candle. To close the show, here is the record, A Girl as Sweet as You.
I met you at a dance just a year ago. You were the girl for me, but how was I to know? It seems so very new. A girl as sweet as you. If someone doesn't know so much, it's not to know. So when I talk to you, I feel like Timothy Tall. You never make me blue. A girl as sweet as you. And when I'm sad, you make me happy. Wish I knew how to tell you how to love you. I love you. I love you. I'll give you all the things you want, just wait and see. And I'll be true to you. You got to trust in me. I hope you know it's true. A girl as sweet as you. I'll spend my life with you.
And now we want to allow Steve Benham from the Dawn Five to say a few words.
This is Steve Benham, lead singer for the Dawn Five. Dave Dunn, Dick Fatute, and I have put together photographs and the history of the group for the Wayback Wayne show featuring the Dawn Five. Join us as we relive the wonderful mid-60s.
Thank you, Steve. That's the show for today. Remember, we have the Dawn 5 feature coming up in our next episode, episode 4. Take care, and thanks for watching.